G'day explorers, welcome to episode 11 here on North Stradbroke Island. This is the first episode for 2022. You might have noticed a name change. We're now Explore Mode, so yeah.
It'll all start making sense later on, but for now it's just the same content, same videos. We just changed the name to help us out a little bit later on with some other things. So I hope you enjoy. It's a bit flowy.
Straddie out!
Straddie out!
Alright, we just parked here to sort out a couple of things before we head off. We've got a couple of electronic issues, have we?
Yeah, a couple of lights and no one seems to be able to...
Right. There we go. Is that it? What's just the headlight?
Yeah. Shut the bonnet, it'll set off. Oh, no?
Oh, don't be skinny hands to get in there.
Skinny hands, eh? Not these big fat sausage fingers. Electrical tape and zip ties. All we ever need to succeed. Just didn't want to get on the beach with these sort of exposed holes back in the tailgate. I just don't want sand getting all in there when I can't get in there.
If it was me, I would have just gone, don't worry about it, I'll do it when I get home. That shows the difference between us, eh?
Yeah, well, it is a Navarro and this is all I like.
Hey, enough of that. Hey, the weather's not too bad here. It's a lot better than we expected.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's blowing a gale, but at least it's not bucketing down rain like it was in Brisbane this morning. Hey, where's Sawyer? We are Sawyer, mate. That looks like I bought one.
No, I just bought one, I did.
Right now, let's get out of here.
Hey, where are we going?
The beach.
Back to the point where we let our tires go.
Righto. Tim's sorted out. Off we go. Let's do it, son.
I think I left my sunnies in the back, hang on. Woo! So I'll follow you to the beach entrance and we'll let our tyres down.
Yep.
And then we'll go exploring.
Let's do it.
Yoo! Yoo!
Alright mate, 2022, first episode for the next season, mate. Welcome to Straddie.
Yeah, bloody ripper, it's turned it on through. So it's going to look like a bit of bad weather over the weekend, but it looks like it's the first day, it's got some blue skies. So yeah, we'll see if we can get some good footage on the beach, because I'm not too sure what the weather's going to be like for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, we got lucky, mate. Lucky that rain stayed away. Yeah, I'm pumped to be getting back on the sand, that's for sure. We'll get out, let the tyres down and go from there and get onto the campsite.
Yeah, mate.
Alright, let's get out and let down the tyres. that the lyrics?
I think so. Yeah, buddy.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
Down on here, mate. Yep. Two-wheel drive challenge.
Yeah, two-wheel drive challenge. I think this might be it, eh? Track 5.
Track 5, it looks like it.
Yeah.
So, do you wanna
What? Just let him down for a minute.
back it up by mine and we'll walk up and have a look?
Yeah, okay.
Time flies by and I see beyond the disguise. Look into the sun's eyes. Love happens. And all the world is bright again, and now the sky is light again, and all the world is bright again. Home is where we're loving. Snow falls on this warm sky. Hilltops on this sunrise. Hold on to the smile.
So,
Hey, yeah.
oh, you're gonna hold it.
I'll take that.
Now I know how people feel when I'm living.
Bit of sunlight just come through there.
Yeah. Oh, quick, let's get on. So, just gave you a bit of a look around the campsite. We're all set up now. I think we probably found the best sort of spot in the zone that we're camping in. It's the most protected behind a dune. We've got a little bit of a grassed area, but it is blowing a gale. We've got everything bolted down. It's more than we've ever sort of fastened anything down before. The gazebo's strapped down with bags of rocks. The ensuite,
Everything's pegged down and
Yeah.
tied down, so
the ensuite's bloody double lassoed and pegged down, and I'm under an awning so I don't get wet and wild treatment like I did at Coochin Creek again. So I think we're as prepared as we can be for the night to get windier and rainy. But yeah, all set up, and then I think we're just going to go up and probably sit on the dune if we can cop the wind and it's not sandblasting us.
up the back here behind us, yeah.
With the chairs and have a few beers and enjoy the afternoon. And if it's too windy, we're just going to come back and crank up a bit of a fire and hang out down here where it's a bit more protected. But yeah, we'll show you around later on and
Check in later for dinner.
check in later for dinner. Yeah.
Forgive and just start over. Start over. And all the world is bright again now. Sky
Oh, India. What's going on in here? Cooking up.
Bit of cooking on a plant under a tiny roof.
What have we got here?
We got a little bit of makeshift light there. Just knocked up a quick beef, honey, soy and garlic beef stir fry, just with some 2-minute noodles, just something quick to do for the first night we're here after we're setting up camp and mucking around all day. So we've lowered the gazebo down to its lowest level, and I'm starting to hog tie it on all the bendy bits. So hopefully it stays there overnight. We've tied it to jerry cans, and it's starting to get a bit crazy. So we'll hook into some dinner, have a few beers. Shane's got the fire cranking. I don't know if you can see that with the GoPro, but and the new King's fire pit. So yeah, we'll hook into some food, get in some beers, hopefully get some shots of the fire and that. It's just starting to sprinkle with rain too, so oh well. That's what happens when you're exploring. Enjoy. Cheers. Good morning.
Morning.
Heck of a night last night. Both of us didn't get a great deal of sleep. I probably did the best out of both of us. They had a bit of a hard night, but
yeah, it got a bit windy during the night. Everything was blowing around a bit, so it was a bit hard to sleep properly. But yeah, it didn't rain much.
No, it was actually pretty good on the rain side. But yeah, the gazebo. I woke up every 5 minutes looking at the gazebo because it sounded like it was going to go cartwheeling up the hill. It did a bit of hard yakka last night, but I've tied all its bracing together and tried to stop the poles from bending, but looks like it should get us through the weekend anyway.
Yeah, the ensuite's pretty solid.
Yeah, I was actually surprised with that. So it's got the tent pegs in the legs into the ground, and then it's got the little lassos to sort of tie that to sort of drop sheet or top sheet that goes over the top down. So it's sturdy as, which is good.
Yeah, plus we put the floor in and put that, what is it, 50 litre water container?
30 litre, I think, water container.
So that's holding it down pretty well too. So.
Yeah, if we go for a swim and come back and have a shower this afternoon, I'll show you. We've got the thunder bucket in there, and we've got a big 30 litre jerry of water with a big sort of top fill openings that we can drop the shower pump into, so we don't have to sort of fill and move into buckets. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool this afternoon. But yeah, so
we just woke up, had a coffee, and yeah, we're gonna drive down the beach and have a look at some of the lakes and something called Keyholes, which I haven't been to before.
Yeah, just little swimming holes I think I found on Google, so we'll check them out.
While the sun's out, we'll go for an explore and then come back down on the low tide this afternoon, back to camp.
Yeah, should be a good day.
Sounds fun.
Awesome. Check in later on. So this is the little track that runs behind the dune that all the camping sites are on. So we came in on track 5, which we assume is zone 5, which is where our permit is for. And then this little backtrack sort of takes you around to all the campsites in zone 5. Fuck yeah. Where this goes? I've got no idea. It's pretty fucking inviting though. I don't know why. So we thought we'd been all nifty. We thought we found a little sort of inland track that we thought might have spit us out on the road that we came in on before we ended on the beach.
We took the road less travelled,
yeah,
so we couldn't travel any further.
Definitely less travelled because it's overgrown and everything. We thought it might have been a ranger's track or an inland track or something like that, because it is high tide at the moment. We didn't time the tides perfectly, so we thought, oh, ripper, get away from the beach and the high soft sand.
I think there's a tree falling down, so they've closed off the rest of the trail, so we're going to have to head back and then back up along the beach.
Yeah, oh well.
Explore mode, that's what happens.
Yep. So, back out onto the beach it is at high tide. skinny at high tide, but we just found the cut into the keyholes, which is good because I was starting to lose faith that we find it. So
We just turned around and we're heading back. So we're gonna try and get in this little cut in here.
can I show this?
Well, the tide was coming in quick then, so we had to quickly make it to this cut in so that we can wait out high tide and get to these keyholes here. So we just made it in time, eh?
Go the highlight! What a ripper!
Yeah. Here we go, we made it.
Oh no!
What? Oh dear. So we just spent about 45 minutes helping a Land Cruiser get out of the cut in that they put in after us, and got bogged and beat some right on the sand. So yeah, it took us a while, but we got him out. Whew, that was hard work. Yeah, you'll be right driving like that on the beach. It'll help you sand driving for sure. The old Max Track's got a bit of a workout there, mate.
Yeah, it's actually the first time I've used them. Straight after realising we emptied a bottle of Blanc in the back of my car.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight to a beach rescue.
They flew into that cut in and just immediately got bogged and beached the car right. Like the sand was all packed up underneath, so the wheels were just spinning. So we had to dig it out, put the Max Tracks underneath. And there we ended up having to go back. When the waves went out, we went back and then forward to try and get a bit of pace. So we got them out in the end. Happy to help out. So we just pulled in the keyholes here, a nice little swimming hole. Beautiful temperature. Little perch freshwater lake. Go for a bit of a swim while we're here.
Do you know why they call it keyhole?
What?
Because the lakes look like keyholes.
Yeah, right.
Trivia for you?
Mm-hmm. Coming over a bit again, eh?
Yeah. So I just finished up having a swim at the Keyholes. It's a nice little spot down here.
Yeah,
Good little swimming hole.
nice swim. It's really refreshing.
Yeah, everyone goes to the Brown Lake over here. It's like the main spot. So I wanted to check out some other spots, and this looks like it's pretty good. And we actually wanted to check out the Blue Lake, but we didn't really know how to get in there. And there's a track that goes up there. Someone just got bogged in, and Shane had the drone up, and he saw a nice big blue lake back there. So that might be the entry to that, but I don't think we'll check it out today.
There was a Ford Ranger just behind us there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, apparently he got really in trouble.
Yeah.
So we're not going to risk it, but you'll see on the drone footage what the lake looks like, so maybe next time.
Yeah.
After a bit of rain or something.
Yeah, I had a bit of a mishap with a gentleman jack bottle in the back of my car. I left the nip pourer on and left it in the back of the canopy, and it emptied itself. So I think we'll scoot over to Township and get some lunch and buy another bottle of plonk, and we'll try to make it back to the campsite before it starts raining, starting to turn on us a little bit, I think.
Coming over a bit. You can see it in the back there. So we'll get back down the beach. The tide's going out now, so it's no rush. So we'll just take it easy and yeah, head back over to the west side of the island for a bit.
Let's hook in.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
What's your windscreen, Lee?
Quad lock, man. Quad lock.
Quad lock.
Mounts are awesome.
It's the go.
If you look at the back there. I've given it hell and it's still there. Shout out to the Quad Lock plug. If I don't pop a tyre, come around the corner. Ah.
So it's an hour past low. I mean, hour past high.
Just don't know if people are coming down the beach.
Yep, all good. Go. Is that a ranger behind?
Yep. Lunch of dunnage. No good. He's better than a bucket. Like 25 bucks from Bunnings. I think it's 25 or 30 litres.
Yeah. That's it.
Ripper.
Works well.
Bloody hell, especially after a swim in the salt water.
What was that look for?
G'day again.
G'day.
Yeah, just come back to the campsite. Thought we'd make the most of the bit of sunlight that we got. There's a few clouds coming over, and went for a decent swim, and Shane grabbed the Canon and tried to get some good nature shots and stuff. So actually really wrapped with how the weather's turned out. It's been really good. And come back for a beer, and Shane was just checking his fridge and his solar blanket, and we're mucking around and having a chat about it. So we thought may as well have a chat with you guys about it too. So what have we got going on here, Shane? What just happened then? You checking your battery?
Yeah, so I've got the King's 70 litre fridge here, and I've got the batteries just sort of going a bit low on charge. So I've got the fold out solar blanket, so I've just unfolded it and put it down while we've got a bit of sun here, just to recharge the battery a bit and keep the fridge nice and cool. So
how do you find the blanket? Is it come up good?
Yeah, so when I bought the fridge, I was talking to the guy at the Full Drive Super Centre, and he sort of talked me out of getting the solid solar panel.
Yeah.
I was going to try and like mount it on my roof racks or something like that. And he took me out of it because he was like, well, usually when you go camping, you're going to try and park in the shade, so it's kind of not ideal to have it on the top. So yeah, so I've got the large King's battery box here, which I just keep up the front, and that powers the King's 70 litre camp fridge. I bought it in a package deal with the large King's battery box, the 70 litre fridge, the fridge case. That just kind of keeps it nice and cool in summer. It came with the 100 litre Titan fridge slide, so I think it was around $1,100 for the package from Full Drive Super Centre.
And this all relatively easy to set up, like you just set it up yourself, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's, you know, I've got a fairly basic setup, so I've just got the battery in the front there. It's not hooked up like a dual system or anything like that. It's just standalone. I just basically put it in the back of my tray, charge it up before I leave. It was running all day yesterday, all day today. It's about 1 in the afternoon now, and it's just started to lose charge. So when it says E1, it does still keep it cool, but it's just like low voltage mode. So usually when it says E1, I just plug in the solar, give it a bit of a recharge, and happy days.
And that battery box, you had the UE boom charging off it before, like it's got your little USB plugs and cigarette lighter plug.
I've been charging electronics on it all day today as well, so which is sort of run it.
Drone batteries and GoPros and all that sort of stuff. So
so like I said, it's a pretty simple setup that I've got going, but you know, it works for now. Talking about simple setups, what is going on with that hat, mate?
What's wrong with it?
Man, it's getting floppier each time we go somewhere.
Yeah, that's all right. She's all right. So this is probably the first hat I ever bought to go beach camping years ago when sort of BCF brought them out. I wanted a Kubra.
You can tell it was years ago.
Yeah.
Your head's starting to poke through the top there.
It's just a bit of air conditioning up the top there.
Oh, is that what it is?
I want to get it in the Kubra, but I want the full experience. So I want to go into the shop. I want them to put the white gloves on. I want to try all different ones on. I want the full Kubra experience. Yeah. And because I haven't been able to get to it yet, I just.
Do you get sunburnt in the top there? Or
no, because I've got hair there, mate.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of hair. Yeah,
vitamin D on the follicles. Up the top provides a bit of air conditioning, and then the floppy sides means that my neck doesn't get burnt, but I still tan on the shoulders.
You do realise that you look bloody ridiculous, though, don't you?
It's not about the looks, mate. It's not about the looks at all. It's about functionality, and this is definitely functional.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
does the job.
Anyway, ripper. Wear it till it dies, I reckon, and then buy something else.
So we've got a couple of chai lattes in the side here, side pocket.
A couple of sneaky chais.
A couple of Woolies chai lattes there. Just allow me to unzip. Got a couple of few beers in there, keeping it cool.
Keep a bit light on.
Light on.
Anyway, we're going to keep drinking beers out of Shane's fridge in my Effie, and then we might crank up a little bit of a fire, and we're just going to enjoy a bit of the afternoons. So we'll show you a bit of the surf, a bit of the scenery, and
got the UE beam charge. There'll be some music, some food, and some beers, and some cool summer ocean breeze this afternoon.
Just the way we like it.
That's it.
There we go. There he is.
Once it's got a bit of charge back in it, you can see that showing 3 and 4 degrees again now, so that's after I get a bit of solar in it. Beautiful.
We've still got the gazebo scooched down a little bit. It's probably not windy enough to have it put back up on its legs, but we just don't want to go to sleep tonight and get caved in by wind and rain and stuff, so it's a little bit like a bloody hobbit's house in here, but yeah, it's got some tucker going on. Get a look at that. Point it down a bit. See? So some Maryland cut chicken. Had it marinated in honey soy sauce for 24 hours and whack a heap of garlic in there. We're going to try to do these on the barbecue plate on the fire, but we kind of just want a fire to kick around and have a drink, so we're just going to cook them in the pan on the gas cooker. Marilyn cuts like just full, used to the leg and the thigh bit together. So I'll do them on like a low heat, about an hour or so, and then I'll pour the more sauce on and crank up the heat, and woo, should be good. Bit of Caesar salad with it, I think. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. It's looking good, man.
Just gonna smash it together with some Caesar salad.
Very nice.
And then we're gonna smash into the jacks around the fire. You. Woo. That, bro. Beautiful.
Well done. Absolute magic.
G'day champions, what an epic afternoon at Straddie. They couldn't have asked for much more. Just had a mad dinner, got the fire cranking here, and yeah, just enjoying life, enjoying exploring.
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
Oh, brilliant. The wind's gone from a southeasterly around to a southerly, so which means it's not blowing through the campsite anymore, so it's turned out, yeah, just nice and calm afternoon. The rain's holding off again, so brilliant.
Yeah, we've been doing a little bit of filming down the beach and trying to get some sort of nature shots and stuff, seen some roos up there before, and yeah, just pretty much just enjoying it. So we're going to keep cracking on, just going to sit around the fire, crank some music, and have a few beers, and yeah, enjoy our last night on Straddie for episode 11.
So 11, yeah, we'll see you in the morning.
You. Catch up with you for coffees.
Yeah.
what it takes.
What it takes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning all. Whew. What a night.
Yeah.
Horrible night for me.
I had a great time.
We sort of took it in turns. You had a horrible night the first night. Last night was atrocious for me. Comfy in the swag and everything, but just couldn't sleep. So,
Yeah, I woke up at 5 and went down to the beach and got a bit of footage of the sun coming up. And yeah, I was potted around, made a coffee.
yeah, I was reluctant to get up. The coffee got us there. And the gazebo finally gave way last night.
Yeah.
It was holding on. Yeah, finally let go.
Yeah.
The rain we had last night did it in though. It was already starting to buckle, but yeah, I don't know. That was only a cheap one, so maybe we'll look at a better one or something more sturdy.
Yeah, we might have to get a more sturdy one.
If it was raining night one on night one, we would have been in trouble. Anyway,
yeah, it's turned out a fairly nice day. There's a few clouds out there, but the tide's still a bit low, so we're going to try and punch it up the beach, head up towards the point.
Yeah, show you around the gorge and
Yep.
probably around to Amity Point as well. Might have lunch at the pub or something. Maybe we'll see Matt there.
Yeah.
I'd buy a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll hook in and then barge at 1 PM. So I think a little bit later on we'll probably just do barge costs and times and all that sort of stuff, vehicle permits. Let you know sort of what it takes to come over. It's a pretty expensive trip to here in Moreton Island and stuff, so but well worth it. Maybe once or twice a year, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
we'll kick on.
Yeah.
Going to get it off the beach, and there's a bucket and a couple of things up there as well. Got to do our part to keep the beach clean. Usually if I see something, I try and pick it up. So we'll head up to George Knopfling Cut In, and you want to find a coffee shop, mate?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind another coffee. I'm just a little bit dusty at the moment, so I reckon another coffee will just spark me up a little bit for the gorge walk.
Sounds good, bud.
Okay guys, so we're just at the entrance down to the gorge walk, and unfortunately the weather's turned a bit bad on us, so we're probably not going to show you on this video. We're going to head around to Amity and find somewhere to chill out and have lunch before the barge. Cool.
Oh, hopefully it was just in the tread.
Oh man, it like dead set sounded like a flat, like knock, 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 knock,
Yeah.
knock, knock.
Good.
No bubbles.
We're good. There you go. Dodged a bullet there.
Whoa. Lucky. G'day explorers.
G'day.
Welcome to the first edition of Canopy Chats 2022 with Tim and Shane from Explore Mode.
Yeah, so we just come back to Amity Point and then drove out to the four-wheel drive truck that comes out here on Flinders Beach. So we've just parked up here to get a bit of sun. I just threw the drone up and I managed to get some footage of a couple of dolphins and a sea turtle. So I'll flip to the footage now and show you. So behind me here is Moreton Island. So this is actually the bar To my right there, you can see the Port of Brisbane. Behind us is Coringal at Moreton Island, and this is the northern tip of North Stradbroke Island, or Minjerribah. It's a beautiful spot, and there's campsites along here as well, so I think I might even bring the kids back here one time and camp on this side. It's a little bit more closer to the township, so yeah, it's a beautiful little spot.
What do we like? What do we don't like about this trip? What do you reckon?
I think we got really lucky with the rain. The rain held off for us until pretty much late last night, so we did well to avoid that. The wind was like gale force Friday night.
Yeah, it was shocking first night.
It was pretty. I mean, we still had a great time, but it was hard to sleep. All in all, it's been a great weekend. It's been good vibes, hey?
Yeah, different vibe on this side of the island too. Like the other side's just a normal sort of east coast surf side of Ireland for Australia, but on this side here, just in between the passage between Moreton, it's like aqua blue water. It's less sort of surfy, more passage sort of feel to it, and sandbars and stuff. So it was really good. I'm glad we come up this side of the beach, but
yeah, well, this side's I guess sheltered from your southerly and easterly winds a little bit, so yeah. And there's a big, long, wide stretch of beach here too, which is awesome. I'd love to get the motorbike out here and
yeah, that'd be sick. Go Shirko.
Along the whoops.
Still at it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about the gear? What's worked? What hasn't worked?
Well,
obviously the gazebo didn't work.
Unfortunately, our gazebo perished last night.
It was doing some hard yakka. It hung on there until the last possible point, raining at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning on the last night we were here, and it gave way.
Actually, I'll put a photo in here of what it looked like this morning when I woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Not too healthy at all. The wind, the water pulled up in it, and it just collapsed. So.
It was just a cheap one. It was only probably one of the cheapest ones you can get from BCF. I think we just got it because we needed something to sit under. But yeah, I think we'll see if we can go find out. I've always wanted to get one of those 6x3 meter Austrail or big anti-pooling Wanderer ones or something that does a little bit better. It's a little bit stronger. But other than that, all the other gear's going all right, eh?
Fridge did really well.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to put the solar on until yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, second afternoon.
So it did really well throughout the weekend. Battery did well. Our camp chairs did really well.
Yeah, everything's going pretty well. I can't wait to get the full canopy fit out. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. But while we're still rocking this here, I'm super pumped about my esky. We'll do a little cutaway and show you the esky that I've got that I run with. But I've had it for years, and it's called an Australian grog box. That was the brand, and I think it was it's at Moorfield, that place, Outback Adventures or something like that. It's just a sort of off the cuff sort of camping store. And yeah, I walked in an Australian grog box, and I was having a chat to him. It's got a really thick wall of insulation all the way around. It's got metal clasps instead of plastic ones. All the hinges are like sort of rolled plastic at the back. And they said they basically took all the bad comments they had from all the other eskies they sell and changed and adapted this one. And I took it to Fraser for 4 or 5 days, and I was just topping off on ice, but. And it lasted. It's like I've still got ice in there now. I'll show you after 2 days of being in the heat. But the trick is I get little Chinese containers from Woolies or Coles and fill them up with water and freeze them solid. And I've got another big from a different esky, just a freezer. So one of the things I'll show you later. But yeah, and then layer the bottom of the esky with the Chinese containers and put the big freezer thing down the side, and it just makes it so much better. For 2 days or a day and a half, that all the Chinese containers are frozen blocks, and then you keep topping off with wet ice. And yeah, I'm actually when I get my fridge, I'm probably still going to rock an esky just for drinks, because it's just so good having freezing cold drinks and ice to fill your bourbons up, because I do like a bit of a Jackie boy at night.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is SD cards. We just ran out of those, so it's the first time we've actually went full capacity. We've got about 5, I think a couple of 16 gigs, a couple of 128 gigabytes, and a 64. So we're gonna have to get a couple more 128s, I think. Yeah. This thing's been a saviour.
Yeah.
So Tim got me this for my birthday last year, and it's a solar power bank. So that's been great for recharging all our devices this weekend.
Yeah, it's a ripper. And wasn't too expensive either. I was actually a bit, and it's got a USB-C and a
it's got all the different. It's got all the different type USB ports in there, and you can recharge it just by putting it in the sun.
And I got like I had a big expensive EFM. I think it was a 20,000 amp hour, whatever it was, or milliamp hour, whatever they are. And it's already packed it in, and this thing's still going hard.
Yeah. And
it was just one off to sort of eBay sites and from China.
I usually just leave it on my dashboard and in the front of the dashboard under the windscreen, and the sun will just recharge it while it's sitting there during the day.
Receiving charge while it's outputting
charge while it's outputting.
It's a miracle.
Charge.
But I think for editing for Shane, it's just about timeline sort of stuff we figured out. We're starting to figure out running one SD card empty on one device and then changing device, running that card empty, and
just making it easier for when I import the media into Final Cut Pro. The other thing that really good this weekend was our ensuite and toilet.
Yeah,
that was great this weekend.
Just a thunder bucket, just a bucket, but
that was great this weekend. Shower, it's great to have on the beach. Freshen up, go to the toilet.
Just a little biodegradable bio bags you chuck in the thunder bucket and do your business. And then
when we remove that one, we put a fresh bag in for the next person. So you're not waiting. If you got to go to the toilet, it's all ready to go for you.
Other than that, I'm hanging out for the canopy fit out just to fix all this sort of stuff. Just sort of bags of just cooking utensils, pots and pans, and pantry items and stuff like that. I can't wait to have them in the drawers underneath the fridge slide, and it'll just sort of tidy everything up, and everything will be in its own place. But I'm wrapped with this canopy.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a very, very good buy.
If you haven't seen the canopy review, it's on our YouTube channel, so make sure you go and have a look at that.
Hooking aluminium canopies on tubs, on dual cab tubs. I rate them very highly if you get the right one.
The Bush Company, they do a great job. Got some great gear.
I've seen other brands around too, obviously that have different affiliates that install them, but the same, obviously to be the same manufacturer overseas, because they do come from Asia somewhere. So it'd be the same manufacturer, just different branding for different businesses. So I haven't seen them some around, but
just a little bar would be nice here, mate.
I'm going to do that. So the shelf's going to go here.
Some stools here.
It's going to a little aluminium sort of fabricated shelf here. Carpet it. I'll put the 12-volt control box, run all the power into it. Have GoPro battery charger mounts, quad lock phone mount, sound bar for music, and then I'm going to see if we get one of our mates, maybe, or not my mate, I haven't met him yet. One of your mates, soon to be one of my mates. I'm going to try to get him and his business to do the fit out. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get a good video, a fit out video, a couple of episodes or one full big long episodes of it, because it's going to be exciting. And I'm going to see if I can get him to do like a table that goes in here that comes up and then drops out. So you can pick it up and then fit out that. So he's just got electronics and music and a little bar there, little walk up canopy bar.
Yeah.
Get a little sign here, canopy bar. That'd be good. Anyway, but other than that, we'd say everything's sort of gone all right.
Have a look at that water.
Eh?
It's mint.
Ripper, eh? Anyway, I've enjoyed Canopy Chats. Have you enjoyed Canopy Chats?
I've enjoyed it, mate.
I reckon this is going to turn into a thing.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah, I can do that.
Might have it over a beer next time when we first set up or something. Anyway, well, hope you enjoyed chatting. We'll close the canopy and get out of here. See you later. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for joining us on episode 11, first episode of 2022, Explore Mode. It was a great weekend. It's ripping weather today. Really hope you enjoyed North Stradbroke Island, and I hope you tune in for the rest of the videos this year.
Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, and we'll see you in the next one, guys.
You.